on the top of the screen on StreamYard, it'll say starred. That's the list of people that are on our list already, okay?
No, I don't understand what you just told me.
On the StreamYard page, there's a list of chats.
Yeah.
And at the top, it says live, and then it says starred 6. Click on the starred 6, and that's a list of people I've already got starred that I've added to our reading list.
Okay, so I don't see anybody.
There should be Anne, Tammy, Kim, who's on there twice.
No, I think I'm on the wrong page. Is there a need for me to see them?
Yeah, because you can help me read who's on the list. You can see who's coming up next on the list. So very to the screen, it'll say,
it says
we are
chat.
live. Wait just a second.
It says chat on the bottom.
Okay. Not the very side. Go into on the very side, it's going to say comments, browsers, blah, blah, blah. Hit comments.
I don't have that. Hang on. Comments. It's on a different screen. Recording hasn't started. I can't see.
We're live, actually talking. People can hear us.
Hi, guys. Sorry, I'm not familiar with this. Oh, I've got them now.
Okay.
Click
on the start, and that's the list. If you click on the live, that's the chat. Okay. So if you want to read the chat while we're reading, hit chat, and you'll be able to see the chats that are live that people are typing in.
Got them. Okay. Hi, Brenda. Hi. Who else?
Well, let me introduce you.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, this is Kathy from Guided Light Tarot. This is my really dear friend, Snow Wolf, that you guys talked to in the back of the chat. We call him Wolfie. I call him Snow Wolf. I call him all kinds of things.
All right. So is my picture on still? Or
your picture is showing.
The wolf or me?
And you look good because I have you on YouTube, so I can see you. Why you got a red blanket?
No, that's my sweatpants.
Oh.
Which don't match the top. Hang on a minute.
Love the hat.
Hey, it matches the shirt.
Matches the shirt. He's nervous.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's my first time live or anything. Okay. Kathy wants me to be able to read the comments, which I can barely do because she doesn't understand how blind I am.
Blind leading the blind, dear.
Okay, so I can deal with me not seeing my own picture. Okay. Hi guys. I'm not sure how to show you the deck that I'm going to be using, and I'd like to do that. So let me. Okay, how do I get out of the
hold them in front of your face? Because that's where your camera's pointing to be able to see them.
Okay, hang on. Sorry about this. I was not prepared. This was sprung on me last minute.
Because I'm that kind of friend.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. It's the Gustav Dor Tarot. He was a printmaker who I'm very fond of because I used to, when I was an artist, do some printmaking. So that's the deck. Okay.
I've been mentoring Garen for what, 3 years, something like that. 3-4 years.
I'm camera shy, which is a natural inclination for photographers, which I used to be. Go figure.
He is very shy too, just in general. And he is an Aries, not a Pisces, but he's a shy Aries. It's an unusual trait for an Aries. Well, he has the aggressive Aries side too, but He's shy most of the time.
My
You
ego
are
is coming
smoking.
back, so we'll see. I may not be shy for much longer. I
But I've been trying to get him on with me for about a year. And so we're gonna have fun with this. So he does channel. He's learning to trust his readings. He's learning to better hear his guides.
No, I don't have a problem with my readings. I just have a problem with doing the mediumship and hearing my guides. They
Well,
communicate
he hears
with
them and
me,
doesn't
but
realize he does it. And so that's something we've been working on. And I told him once you go live, those things will start to click in place. And he doesn't believe me, but I remember the first time I went live, I had never read cards to anybody in the public before. I had just played with them on my own and with my family, but never read for people in general. And then I started reading other people's readings, behind them and learning to read the cards. And I was like, oh, I'm getting everything they're getting. I'm listening to the questions, turn the volume off, say what their cards are thinking, and then back it up and listen to what they got, and was finding I was matching them. And that's when I built up confidence in my reading that I could read tarot.
okay. I can read tarot. I've read tarots in my 20s, and then I stopped for a variety of reasons. And I was very good at it. And I scared myself the one time I did a reading on somebody and scared her. We did manage to become friends afterwards. But I didn't realize I was using mediumship.
Yeah. He is a natural medium like I am. He's a natural channel. One of the things my guides always say to him is, you are your own roadblock. He doesn't always, he's afraid to hear sometimes. That makes it, well, those of you that channel, when you first start receiving messages, you question everything you get. Is this me? Is it them? Is it, oh my gosh, And then, of course, you have this filter of when you get really bad things that most of us that read, if we get something really, really dramatic about somebody, I don't share those things because unless my guides are really pushing me to privately share that with you, I'm certainly not going to do it on an open forum. That's a conversation I'll have with you with a bigger reading so that there's some understanding going on with it. But if I see a death in your family or something, I'm not going to blurt that out. I probably won't even read that. I will read it in the sense that, you've got tragedies maybe coming towards you, be aware of your environment. I'll find a way to soften it up. If I think you need more details than that, I will contact you privately and have a discussion with you because it's more of I don't want you to be afraid that somebody's going to die. It's that message is needs to be given to you so you can prepare for something that's been coming. But it's something I weigh and I talk to my guides and I get guides from my guides that should I be dressed, just because I'm being shown it doesn't mean I need to be repeating it. So that's sort of a rule of thumb is we don't read death because people don't handle that well. And it's not something we get every day. I can honestly tell you we don't see death every time we read for somebody. But if something like that comes up, it's something we weigh and determine, is this a message that was intended to pass, or is this something for me as a reader, it's just giving me a warning that there's events to come up and a better way to approach what's going on around them in life. Maybe warnings that they need to be a little bit prepared for some changes coming up or something without having to say, hey, this traumatic thing's going to happen in your life. Hey, Marby, let me grab you and add you to the list. And hi, Dean. I don't know how long Dean can stay. I know he's got a very busy day today. I want to thank Kim for a donation she sent me this morning before we even got going. I so appreciate that. Before we get started, I do want to get everybody a health day because I have been, as you know, very sick. The last program I did was on the 26th. I had heart surgery on the 14th. My husband caught a cold at the hospital waiting room while I was having heart surgery. He got sick for 2 days, gave me that cold, I was sick for, what, 3 weeks? Yes, 3 weeks. I got it bad, but it didn't go into my chest. But I've been really sick, and I've been back and forth to the doctor. And part of what happened while I was sick with that is my surgery that I had last year where I ruptured my stomach and my bowel. I have got a separation of that surgery, which I come to find out that about a year out from having that reconstructive surgery from the emergency surgery, it is a very common aspect of that surgery for it to ulcerate or even rupture again. And I have a very small rupture. I'm in great contact with my primary. I also called my surgeon without even going through my primary. I told they transferred me the RN. I said, this is the pain I'm having. These are the symptoms I'm having. She worked me in. He was working 2 days. He was completely booked up. She worked me in for the next day. He'd been in the office on Tuesday. It normally takes about 2 to 3 months to get in to see him normally. So they got me right in. And I'm waiting to go on a surgical schedule for, well, we're going to be doing two things. He wants to go in and do an endoscope and literally look to see what's going on. And he said my primary was right. It sounds like a rupture, a small one. So I don't think I have a lot of internal bleeding. I'm not getting peritonitis. I'm not spiking a high temperature or anything. And because I have all the symptoms of this being a rupture, I haven't been able to keep food down for the last 3 weeks. I've lost close to 20 pounds. My skinny face now. I got makeup on today, but I'm very pale. And of course, I have serious diet vitamin deficiency still. They still haven't started the iron infusion because now they're wanting to get this done before they do the iron. And the exhaustion, just everything is check marked down the list. So what I've been doing this week is because I pre-med and I have my UCLA access to surgical research and all that, I have been researching how they go about doing this reconstruction. Because I have to know, I have to be able to visually see it. I have to be able to tune into what the doctor is and isn't going to do. And what I know about the damage in my stomach, of what they can't do. I mean, that is just totally out there because I don't have the parts they need to do that procedure. How they're going to go about doing this. I also am going to talk to my primary because although I like my surgeon, I have trust issues with doctors. It's just my sort of pet peeve with doctors. And he is a good surgeon. He's done 3 major surgeries on me over the last 22 years. But I really would like to get a second opinion from UCLA, from their team, because I feel really much more comfortable possibly having it done at UCLA, where I'm in a research hospital with a group of people that are doing the latest and greatest procedural work with professor levels in the ER, along with 4th year, 3rd year students and stuff. So I'm going to see if I can get a referral down to UCLA before I commit into the full surgery, because of the vascular surgery complications I had. I just think I would feel better at UCLA with that level of doctors services they have. Now, St. Agnes in Fresno is also a teaching hospital. They're a branch hospital from UCSF, which is they're both California State University med schools. They satellite med school through Fresno State. They do have really good interns there. Like I said in Brenda's channel, she said she sees another younger doctor coming in. I said, oh, that Brazilian hunk. He has a 4th year student that's interning with him that is from Brazil. Absolutely phenomenal bedside service. He was part of the surgical team when they did the repair last time, and he did my aftercare when I was in the hospital. It's cute as a button. He's just a little Latin beauty with green eyes, beautiful bedside manner. And so I thought it was funny when I was in the office. When I walked through, he stopped me and he goes, "How are you doing?" Blah blah blah. So he remembered me even, and I thought that was sort of funny, because of the number of patients that go through that office. But so I do want to. I do want to get a second opinion. I think it's in my best interest before I just say, okay, you do it. I want a second opinion. And I also want to be able to sit down. I need to be walked through the surgery. Now, yes, I did pre-med. No, I wasn't a surgeon, but I have a pretty good understanding of the digestive system because of my medical history. I have done a lot of self-studying and stuff because it's an interest of mine anyways. And I have concerns because I do have chronic pancreatitis, and that's can impact these surgeries and stuff. So I have a lot of questions and a lot of concerns. So I think I need to talk to both sets of surgeons, see what they have to say, see what their techniques are, what kind of techniques they're going to be considering, and then weigh my options and go with the team I'm going to feel most heartfelt comfort with, because this is life and death. Hi, Tony. I've been meaning to call you. You've been on my mind for the last week. I will call you after the show. Because I can't get you out of my mind, Tony. So I don't know what's up, but we need to talk. Anyways, and I will add you to the list. I'm adding Tammy's. I don't know if I added Tammy. I'm adding Marby. I'll go through and look at the list in a bit and see if I get duplicates on there. All the donations possible you can help me out with. I've got a lot of medical expenses coming up. I would appreciate it. It's going to a combination of the program and my medical expenses. My donation page on I never took it down. It's still open. On GoFundMe is still available with the information. I need to update the screen sort of to say what's going on. This is just an extension of the original surgery, complications to the original surgery. And anything that goes to that will be paid 100% towards my medical expenses, because that's the way I have it set up, because it'll be tax structured to go to that. Anything that's brought in on my YouTube channel, I'll cover my basic expenses on running the software program, but then anything in excess of that will go towards my medical bills. Yeah, I'm not going shopping for, a whole new wardrobe and all that. And anybody can send me coffee. Somebody told me I need to get a coffee button, and I don't know where to find that. So if somebody knows how to link into that, I'll put one of those on there, because I am an avid coffee drinker. I would do a coffee fun. I got my "You're the Only Fish in the Sea for Me" cup going on here. This is my favorite little Pisces cup. I have put an invitation on Brenda, whose birthday is today, and happy birthday, Brenda. She is in the room, and she's 39 plus again today, just like the rest of us. And happy birthday, Brenda. And her husband's birthday was a couple days ago. Happy birthday to him as well. Beautiful, beautiful people. My birthday's coming up on, well, my grandson's birthday is the 27th. Odie will be turning 4. He is my little doppelganger. And I might pull a picture up. I'll have to ask my daughter if it's okay if I show off a picture of him. He looks just like me, which is sort of cute, because he's the only grandson I have that looks just like I did when I was a little girl. And he has my eyes, and he's just cute as a button. But he'll be 4, and his birthday's 2/27. My birthday is March 8th. My dear friend Sharon's birthday is the 10th. And I'm going to reach out to Brenda. Well, I've already reached out to Brenda. Ask Ann, and I'm going to see if Sharon wants to join us and do a birthday program with us, since we're all Pisces and our birthdays are within a week of each other. And I thought that would be really fun. We talk over each other and everything. I can't wait to work with Ann. She's such a sweetheart, and I love her readings. So I'm working on that, and we'll be doing that on the 8th on my birthday. Or I will be here on the 8th on my birthday. It is, I believe, a Saturday or Sunday. Let me look it up again. Got my phone here, calendar here. Yeah, my birthday's on a Saturday, so we'll do it on a Saturday. And of course, Sharon's birthday's on the 10th, and so I'd love to be working with Sharon and Brenda again. We have so much fun working together, and we're really good friends. And invite Dean in. His birthday's in June, but we'll let him come in and try to get a word in edgewise once in a while, and that'll be fun. So. But I will keep everybody update on my surgical schedule and all that. The other problem I'm having, I'm like a medical shipwreck. I'm diabetic. I'm a juvenile diabetic. I've had diabetes since I was in my mid-teens, and I have a little bit of diabetic retinopathy. I have 2 bleeds in my eye right now, in my retina, and I'm still trying to get a referral from my doctor's office. I've got 2 messages out. And they need to refer me over to the retinopatist, so they'll give me an appointment. They want me in on an emergency basis. I'm just waiting for the damn referral. And I told the nurse that I talked to, this isn't something to forget to tell the doctor. This is a matter of I could go blind. I need to get in because it's a stream of blood I can see in my eye. I have 2 of them. It's not just a little pinpoint spot. It looks like a worm, and it blocks my vision in my right hand. It's impacting my vision. So I need to get in, and that's usually something they will clear up with laser surgery. Make sure I have no other blood vessels bursting or anything. But I've had problems with retinopathy since I was in my 20s, and I actually went through a study. I'm a medical research baby. I actually did a 5-year study with diabetic retinopathy, and they did a reversal on my retinopathy when I was in my 20s. I keep really, really tight control of my blood sugars, which is part of what keeps the retinopathy under control. Hey, Helene, crap you on the list. And so I'm dealing with that too. I don't worry so much about that because, one, I'm not going blind. I don't think my retina is separating. I think I just have a bleed because I have my eyes have created all these extra blood vessels, and in the end of the blood vessels they have little like roses, and one of those little roses is probably burst. My blood pressure's been going up a little high, and that could be enough to just cause one of those to burst and for it to bleed. But I need to get in and get that taken care of. So if it rains, it pours in my life. So I am not going to stress out over medical stuff. I'm just going to work on it day by day until I get where I need to be, and we'll go from there. They put off my iron infusions until I get through the test, but they did take 20 tubes of blood, not only doing all the standard panels for pre-op surgery, but every single vitamin, mineral, metals, everything. So 20 tubes of blood later, and I'm waiting for all those labs to come back, and that's going to address every single vitamin deficiency. As I was reading up on the stomach rupture and recompare, the long-term damage of that's documented in research is major loss of absorption of iron, vitamin B12, vitamin D, and magnesium, all of which I know are low on, which is why I'm losing my hair, everything's thinning out, and all that. So, it's a work in progress. And one of the things, if you ladies have a lot of hair loss and stuff and your hair is looking wispy and thin, if you cut it short and layer it, it actually makes it look like you have more hair, which is why I have cut my hair really, really short now. Plus, I'm going to be in the hospital with big hair issues. And yeah, I'm going to be, my hair's coming back in gray. I did a toner down to pull the red out because I'm not going to color it red anymore. And that'll allow the gray to come in easier. It's sort of a mousy brown with a little bit of strawberry in it still. But yeah, I'm just going to let it go back natural because I've been so sick and it's going to do it anyway. So going to give in to that. Not vain enough to want to color my hair every 6 weeks, and I'm not feeling good. So, and it'll just make my hair fall out more. So, going to go all natural. And we got a lot of people in the room. I'm going to go through the list and see how many duplicates I got, because I do think my list consists of Anne-Marine, Tammy Bammy, Kim, Brenda, Cheryl, Marby, Secrets of the Red Moon. I got Tammy on here twice. I'm going to pull you off once. Okay. And we got Marby on here twice. Helene. I will save a spot for Gerald when he comes in the room, Trin Zone, because he will be in, but he always comes in a little late sometimes, unless he laid down and took a nap. And we'll close the list at about in about 10 minutes. I'm going to be doing 3 card readings today with underlying cards, which tells the rest of the story. And Snow Wolf is going to join me in these 3 card readings. Be patient with him. He hasn't read in public in a very, very long time, so we'll help him out if he needs it, but he's good. I trust him. I know he's ready for this. It's that nervousness that he isn't used to. Where, yeah, Snow Wolf, I'm pulling you back into the room.
You use the second one that I gave you to pull me back in the room.
Oh, I see
or
it.
The first one. No, sorry, the first one. I'm trying to.
Okay, hold on. This one.
No, the other one. I think.
I'm going to remove
the other one.
This is feedbacking. Hold on, I'm just going to delete that one. Okay.
Yeah, because now I can see the chat in larger letters.
Okay. Well, we know who the voice behind the
empty space.
That's fine. We'll get you comfortable to be in the camera. Okay. So the first person we're going to read to, I'm going to pull it off the top of the list if you want to be able to keep track on that. I can say that Snow Wolf reads his cards not by the right definitions, but by intuition, the artwork symbolism within the cards. So realize that he reads like a lot of us readers do. It's what we're receiving from our spirit guides and the cards and the symbolism within the cards. It's not from the book. The right book says it's this, it's that. That plays too, but he reads both in that channel. So first person on our list today is Anne-Marie. She says, "Hi, Kathy. Happy Sunday." Thank you.
All right, technical difficulties. I'm about to lose power where I could see the chart, Kathy, the chat. So I'm shutting that off, and I got kicked out of StreamYard, so I'm re-entering.
Okay. Are you plugged in?
I'm plugged in on the one I'm going to sign back into, if I can figure out how to do that.
He also gets technical panic.
This is true.
Just saying. Not to be mean, but just saying. It's our age. And it's funny because he's worked with computer systems through his career, but at home, it's just a whole different gamut.
Okay, let's try this again.
And if you do want a specific question, you can do a donation of $5 to $10 to my PayPal, and just it'll pop up on my phone, and let me know I received the PayPal, and put your question in and just say I donated in PayPal, and then write your question out, and I will shift it to a question. Brenda's insisting I follow that question, doing the $5 and $10 question. So, and I agree with her. I do need to do that. So, other than that, we will get just a general reading. So, I think that's fair. And if you do a donated question, you'll go to the top of the list. So, and I don't have that large enough group yet, so I don't have the button, the pay button on my channel. When I think I have to have 500 people or 1,000, I'm not sure, to get that extra button added. But PayPal works. Okay. Anne Marie, we're coming into this environment with the embodiment of wands, which is the King of Wands. This king is a knowledgeable king. He uses an intuition. He uses his strength, his knowledge to rule his kingdom. And I said this is a stable king. This is a strong king. This king is reflective of you, how you're running your household, how you're running your life. In the center of the reading, you get the High Priestess. This is your connection with your spirituality, with your higher self, using your intuition knowledge, that guidance that's coming from your guides. Listen for it. You have the ability to hear them and to get this guidance from them. And stay in tune with that higher self, because it is serving you quite well. You do have some worries, underlying worries going on. I think we all do with this time in our lives, with everything going on politically. You do have some worries. So you are in your stocking feet, with the pinnacles around your feet. You're worried a little bit about that finances and stuff. Just remember to be frugal. Stock up on the things you need in your house so that you don't have issues with the lack of things that are just basic staples in life. Be very frugal with your money at this point in time, and that will help relieve some of that feeling like you're out in the cold and left in your stocking feet. Just prepare for rougher times right now, but don't over focus on the negative. You need to keep your spirits up and your spirits in good energy. Life isn't gonna end. We are all gonna get through this. So don't do a panic mode of oh, groceries are going up and eggs are $7 a dozen and all that. Actually, I've been getting 24 eggs, 2 dozen eggs at Costco for $7.50, which I think is a steal. So if you are a Costco member, go early in the morning when they've got fresh stock in. They are doing limit to 2 to 3 cartons. Stock up on your eggs that way. They're not letting people come in, the merchants come in and buy 100 packages of eggs anymore. I was there a few weeks ago, and there was a guy actually bought 24 packs of eggs, if you can imagine. And God only knows, he was probably taking them into his little minute mart, breaking them down into 12 dozen and selling them for what he paid for 24. But no. And eggs isn't the only issue. All groceries are going up. Like I said, stock up on flour, stock up on staples, beans, rice, things that you can make meals with, so that you have those staple foods in your home. I don't encourage anybody stocking up on a bunch of boxed foods, even if you tend to eat that way. Frozen vegetables, canned goods, beans, rice, things that you can bring and melt together. I buy canned tuna, I buy canned chicken. Look for the sale price on packaged meat. It goes on sale. Stock up on it when you see it on sale. It's don't go in and shop like tomorrow there's not going to be any food on the shelf. Just pick up a little here or there so that you're prepared as prices go up, because prices are going up. So, and we all have to get through these times. Also, if you can get together with friends and stuff, do community meals if it's just you or just you and your husband. Have everybody come over and bring something to go. And we're going to make soup, bring some salad. Everybody brings something to contribute to the pot. It's a great way to, one, have a dinner party and to make an inexpensive meal and enjoy it. I'm also baking breads right now, having a ball. I know Brenda's been breaking breads too. And Brenda, I made the best Hawaiian buns I've ever made. I got the recipe written down. I need to type it up for you. Instead of making the dinner rolls, I patted them down into buns. Instead of making 60 dinner rolls, I made 8 large buns to do like chicken sandwiches, and turned out phenomenal. So I will be sending you that recipe, Brenda. You need to make them. Anyways, the underlying cards of this reading for you, Anne-Marie, is you are awakening. You are very in touch with your spiritual connection. And you are awakening. You're aware of your environment. You're aware of the political aspects. You're aware of what you believe in versus what's going on. Stick to your belief systems, and speak up if you feel like you need to speak up and protest with people. Do it safely. Do it in big groups, and stand up for what you believe in. Write those letters to your senator or congressman. If you're in Canada, I don't know where people's at. If you're in, I get people in Canada, Australia, all that. If you have elections coming up, tell your senators, your premiers, whoever you're voting for, the people that are representing you, how you feel, and hold them to the fire. Let them know what your expectations of them and how you want them to serve you. That is followed by the 3 of Swords. You're feeling angst, a little heartache, a little, things don't feel like it's going well. I think this is just the way we're sort of all feeling. We're not trusting on our environment and the direction we're going in because there's so much change going on right now. Focus on what you can do to make your current life and what's going on in your household the best you can. Don't focus on the rubbish going on in the political world because you're just going to overwhelm yourself. Just take care of your personal needs that you need to take care of to make sure that you're surviving well, that you're covered. And like I said, food staples, things that are going to keep things like that in doubt. If you're on medications, make sure you get your 90-day supply. Don't order the 1-month supply. Have that little stock up so that that it's taken care of. Break it down into parts so that you're not putting your entire check that direction. It's going to help you feel more secure, and it'll reduce the amount of worrying you do. You have the Inspiration of Wands. This is a transformational card. We've got the fire that's helping you ground and helping you ground your spirit. But we've got all these butterflies coming out of this. I'm pointing at the wrong camera. Coming out of these flames, and butterflies are transformations. They're allowing you to rise and uplift. So know that you're in that part. You're moving in your higher self. You're moving in that higher energy, and you're allowing yourself to transform. So know that you're not stuck at the bottom. You have the ability to stay in that stabilized area. So don't use the 5 of Pentacles to do so much worrying. Make a list of what you need to do that keeps you in your comfort zone. It's followed by the Moon. There's a lot of things going on in the shadows. Address some of that shadow work you have going by. If you were a child that grew up in a household that did have food source problems, what is it that you need to have in your home to feel secure in food sources? This is the problem I had when I was young. When I first moved out on my own, I would panic if I didn't have certain types of food in the house, and then go in and buy those things that you need in your household to feel like you have a complete kitchen. It doesn't cost that much if it's having frozen broccoli in the freezer, if it's having some frozen peas, if it's having a bag of chicken to chop up and cook with. The little things, that having dried beans so that you can make a pot of beans, having flour and sugar and yeast so that you can make some bread or cornbread, box mix of cornbread, whatever it is that you can put simple meals together so that you do not feel like you're missing out or you're doing without. Always helpful. And then you get the Spirit of Pentacles. The Spirit cards are the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is telling you that your health and your finances are going to be good. You're going to be stable. It doesn't mean large abundance of money, but you do have life, both in your health and your finance. So trust that. So blessings to you. I hope that resonates. And what are you getting, Snow Wolf? I'm gonna call you by your first name. And try not to
No, you're supposed to call me by Wolf instead of Snow Wolf. But
call
that's
you
okay.
Wolf. Yeah,
Okay,
but I love your first name. So
I'm having
trying not.
technical difficulties. I got kicked out of my phone. I'm on my iPad and I've only got 3% power, so I apologize. I couldn't get back on my phone. Okay. Um I'm going to just do intuition rather than cards.
Okay.
My cards, I don't know if you can see this, the 6 of Wands. What I'm getting is what Kathy was saying was right about if you can stock up a bit, stock up. Um, Queen of Pentacles. She's got everything going for her. If you're really affluent, you can ignore what Kathy says, but stock up anyway because prices are going to go up. And most people I know who are affluent or even semi wealthy, they do like to keep some stocks, but probably not sufficient. The Knight of Cups, he's looking at the falling cliffs. Um, I think I'm getting that it's a ship that seems to be foundering in the water. Um, yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of a nice way. Excrement is about to happen. It will turn out to be good in general. I think the one thing Kathy didn't mention is if you can stock up on water, um, electricity may go out. Elon did a lot of things, and people who know how everything works tended to be fired. So, buy some candles. Um, if you are in an area that's going to be cold for at least the next 2 to 3 months, um, you can make a small heater out of 2 flower pots and something to keep one raised higher than the other. You put them up. You put them upside down. On the bottom one, on the bottom, you put a plate with candles. You want to keep that from uh, the bottom one as well. So you've got 3 layers. A plate that you can put tea candles on, another clay pot with air flowing under it to the candles, and another one that will create heat.
Got the
Tea
little
candles,
blocks to hold the tea. The
yeah, any kind of little
terracotta
block
pot is
that's
what
not
you want.
flammable, right? Um,
Also, if you buy baby food jars and you put Crisco oil and a wick, it will burn for up to 3 or 4 hours. It's clean and it puts out a lot of heat. That terracotta pot will warm up and you can actually cook on top of it too. It'll be a low heat, but you can cook on it. There's all
if
kinds
you
of
don't
little
have a wick,
cloth.
any cotton thread, if you make it into a thick enough rope, thin pieces of wood,
Hmm.
um, basically anything that's slow burning and flammable will work in Crisco. If you happen to have real candles around, make a makeshift thing over it to hold the heat, which is what the clay pots do. But
The
just
clay
make sure
pot
you feed
radiates
air to
the
the
heat.
candle.
Yeah.
It's okay. The doom and gloom may not happen. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's really a just in case, but in general, um, I get that life's liable to get a little rough. The economy is going to sink into a hole, even if Trump exits miraculously. There's not much we can do about it. It'll take probably 2 to 3 years to get back to a fully functioning economy. Part of
You
the
can
reason
take
for
it in
that,
a month. It's going to take a year to fix it.
yeah, part of the problem is the tariffs he put in place, which are not in themselves impossible to overcome. What is impossible to overcome is our friends no longer trust us. Our major trading partners no longer trust us. So I'm
And the
not
fact
sure
that
how
he's
much.
destroyed the consumer affairs, which there's nobody telling them, there's nobody there regulating the fact that you can't price gouge like that. There's nobody to put the brakes on that. So they will have to get agencies like that restored quickly to stop that kind of crap, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that have gotten foobarred, if you know what that definition is. um, Military term, also known as snafu.
And this isn't totally 100% targeted at you. This is also, we're reading from the you and
Collective.
for the collective, mind you. So don't take this as all about you. It's about everybody and a lot of things that are on everybody's mind. I wanted to point that out. It's not, you shouldn't be there panicky going, oh, all this stuff is going to happen to me. I have to do all these things that, survivalist things. They're just suggestions of things that you can do to be prepared if you need to be prepared.
Yeah,
And
it
everybody
really
needs.
isn't doom and gloom. It sounds like it, but believe it or not, within, I think it's going to be before the 30s, but within a decade, definitely. Um, the world's shifting. The greedy patriarchy is going to go bye bye. If it doesn't go bye bye completely, you'll see it gone. If you're young enough to see the 50s, you'll see it gone. People are going to go, oh, we're all human and we have to work together.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of people. I think a lot of us will pull together and unify and work in
Yes.
groups.
Yeah. So what a lot of people are doing, I don't remember who first suggested it, but I've heard it from several readers on YouTube, is if you don't think you have enough stockpiled, find your local food bank or church that gives out food, get some food. Even if you've got enough for this week, go get more food. And that way, when your neighbor needs food, you're going to have food to share with them.
Not only that, if they give you something that you won't use, go ahead and accept it because one of your neighbors may be able to use it.
Yeah, it's like, trust me, I'm not going to use 25 pounds of rice, but I have a very nice big Chinese market in town. And I went there and I bought a 25-pound bag of rice. It would take me 5 years to go through that. I know my neighbors use the same type of rice. There's people that will appreciate rice probably in the coming time. One lady, I was dressed rather grungy and I looked like hell because I just spent 4 hours in an eye exam where they nicely dilated my eyes without warning and flashed bright lights into my light sensitive eyes. And unfortunately, I'm still a smoker. So I was standing outside the grocery store looking like hell, smoking a cigarette, and some lady approached me with food and wanted to give it to me because I looked like I could use it. And while I didn't need the food, I my guides basically let me know to take the food anyway, and I thanked her most graciously, and we chatted for a bit. And I was correct in thinking that this was her first time practicing what all those readers had said: give food to people
Yeah.
that look like they need it. So doing that works. If somebody offers
Then
you
you turn
food,
around and paid it forward too.
yeah. So well, not that particular food because it was going to go bad, but
But
the
you did
stuff I
an
had
act
in
of paying
cans.
it forward.
Yeah. um, but just remember to think about whether accepting it is going to cause somebody to do it again, or ask your guides. Believe it or not, they can give you warm hugs even if you can't hear them clearly. Ask them if you need to accept that food, or suggest you find someone else because you don't need it. Treat them nicely. It might be their first time and you want them to continue doing that again.
It's important. That's
Very.
generosity. Receiving and giving of generosity can be very difficult for people.
Yeah. But
I'm
mostly
gonna
I
go grab.
agreed with everything Kathy said.
He likes to disagree
15
with
minutes
me.
later. Uh, yeah, it's don't be scared. Understand that it's a growth process. It's actually going to help Mother Earth herself. And I don't believe in ETs, okay? So I'm finding it hard to believe I'm saying this.
But he knows I do.
The ETs will show themselves sooner once we get our collective rear facing anatomy in gear.
Yeah.
Am I phrasing that good enough for YouTube?
I think so.
Okay.
And our collective, some of us have had interaction with ETs all our life, and you're just one that has not had that personal interaction. So it makes sense. It's hard to believe in something that they don't show themselves to you. And it's funny because I'll be out there with my husband. I'll see the UFOs plain as day.
He won't.
He can't see them.
Yeah.
And then one day they finally showed him to him, and he's like going, "Oh my God, look at that thing! It's dividing up, and that's what you're talking about." And they finally revealed themselves to him. But all these years he thought I was nuts until
I
they
didn't
finally
think you were
showed up.
nuts. Okay. It's not that I disbelieve in UFOs, I just don't believe in them.
You
Regardless of the
haven't
fact that I
interacted
think
with
some of
them,
the
so you don't have
drones I
an
saw when the
understanding of
drones were
what we're
flying
talking about. Yeah.
were not
Okay,
US
we're
made.
moving on to Tammy. And I've already thrown for Tammy, so you could throw cards for Tammy. She's a beautiful, beautiful person. And thank you for calling me, Tammy, when I've been sick. I really do love that you check up on me. It is so sweet. And Tammy's very connected with me energetically. She knows when something's wrong before I've even gone public with it. So thank you, Tammy. And you're just a beautiful woman. You're coming into this reading with the Four of Pentacles. Of course, that's that message to you to hold on to what you got. I know you're doing the stalking, and we talked about that. Just making sure things are going on, wanting to know how that person that has stepped in your life, how that's going. She's met a good friend. I wouldn't call him a boyfriend yet. I'd call him a very good friend. That's come forward in her life, and I think that's a beautiful thing. You're so deserving of that. Center of the reading, I get that Seven of Wands. You're rising above it all. You're not going to be afraid of the sharks in the water. You're rising above that energy. You're living your truth. You have found your strength and how to stand up for yourself and to live in your truth. Continue on, girl, because you're doing a great job. It is followed by the embodiments of wands that you're using your intuition, your knowledge. You have awakened. You have abilities, and you have learned to tune into your guides and your family spirits that are around you all the time, communicating with them and listening to those messages. Keep that up. It is so important for you in your life. You're doing an absolutely phenomenal job in your spiritual work, in your energy work, in the rebuilding of relationships with people in your life. And I love it. You're in that period of transformation. I get the World card as the underlying card of the reading. It's full transformation. It's ascension. It is the fact that you have had that hard life. You've learned those lessons that you planned out in your life's path. And you have gone through those lessons. You've learned them. You've overcome them. And you are working on that full ascension into your higher spiritual self. Embrace that. You should feel fantastic that you've met that level of ascension, because it's only up from there. You're not falling down. That's followed by the 10 of Pentacles. This is prosperity for you. Doesn't mean you're going to hit the lottery with big giant jackpots. It means that you're going to be prosperous in the life you're living. You're not going to be needing and scraping by with the little things. Things are going to come easy. Your needs will be met as you need them. It'll just show up for you. And I know that's happening for you. And it's things are just flowing into place like they're supposed to. So enjoy that energy as you do that. You have the Four of Wands. That's that stability. You've created your own foundation. A strong foundation is stability. Those wands are the corners of that building that hold your house up. It's stable. It's firm. And these are action cards. You have took the action to get yourself where you're at, to build that great foundation for yourself. And you get the Emperor card. This is taking power of your kingdom, your life, in your strength, in your belief, in your spirituality, and knowing that you are doing the right things. And you are not only helping yourself, but you're helping the people around you now. You have built relationships with family members, with the community that you didn't have in the past. And it's a beautiful thing. You have come so far since I met you, Tammy. Blessings to you. I am so proud of your journey, and just continue on in that energy. So blessings to you, and thank you so much for all your prayers and your love and our phone calls and concerns. I really do love talking to you. And when I have been sick, it has been really nice to hear your voice. It truly has. You are not bothering me at all. It's nice to know that somebody cares out there. So I do really appreciate it. And you're just a beautiful person. So what are you getting, Snow Wolf?
I don't think I'm getting anything too different than you. And by the way, for those of you that have been commenting hello to me, hello back. I did read the comments. I'm not going to read them anymore, Kathy, because
It's hard, yeah.
It eats my battery that's at 2%. Okay, so the first card is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, if you'll notice, the woman doesn't look thrilled. I suspect she's trying, but she's keeping on keeping on. Life's tough. You find something you can do to do what you have to do, like feed your family, sell flowers, what they used to do in the 20s, sell matches. But all is not bad. We have the Tower. Great changes are coming. Now, if you look at the bottom of the picture, it gets a little fuzzy, sorry. There's a lot of men on what would be almost the ground level. They're weeping, they're wailing, they're having conniptions. The guy on top is raising his hands, celebrating, because the end result is going to be worth it. And indeed, look at this. The woman's not only got an oxen, I think that's an oxen, might be a big sheep. She's got a cart to ride around in as well. It works. It's
That is
just
a really
a process
deck.
we need to go through. Tammy, you got it. Just keep on keeping on through the rough times. Blue skies are coming. That's an old 1930s song about that.
In comment to Anne Marie, she said, "It sounds like the end of the world." Laugh out loud. It's not the end of the world.
No, it's the change of the world for the better.
We need to just take the steps that we're doing good, and that that we're not going to put ourselves in a position where we're feeling like we have lost. By being prepared not to be lost, it gives us the opportunity to, one, have the food resources and stuff for ourselves, but also our neighbors and people around us, because we're not going to hoard everything and like, I don't care if my neighbors are starving, I got food. You know what? The truth of the matter is we're loving, caring people, and if the neighbors are short on food, you'll make that pot of beans or a meal, and you'll say, why don't you come over for dinner and join me? Because that's what we do. It takes a village sometimes.
Here's the
Like
thing.
I said, if you have a backyard and you don't have a formal garden, plant the seeds anyways. Vegetables will grow through grass. Vegetables will grow in flower beds. Plant whatever you can.
Radishes will grow in a flower pot. If you get the short kind, it doesn't take a very big flower pot either. Here's the thing, okay? And I want to say thank you because you all are part of the light workers. And we are changing the world, okay? The world is going to eventually, I'm not going to say it's going to turn into Eden, but it's going to feel like Eden in comparison to this. We're going to understand that there is enough for everyone. Money's an illusion. People should be doing what they want. Other people will help them. They will help other people. The person who weaves woolen scarves for the winter will be appreciated. The person who builds houses will be appreciated. We will take care of one another with love. And that is coming, and that is to be celebrated. This is kind of like we're going through crap to get to the other side, and we're all a part of it. So take cheer, find joy in the fact that this is to cause greater joy than we can really imagine because we live in a patriarchy. I've been one of those weird souls. I've been basically screaming up the matriarchy for, let's see, 50 years now, maybe 52. Women, if you study history, while there have been some great warrior queens and leaders, women make decisions that are good for the whole. It's a natural thing. Most women have not only been brought up, but I think a natural nurturing and caring attitude. It's like if it's not good for my neighbor, it's not good for me because I need my neighbor to feel comfortable so they're not desperate. They don't break into my house and steal things. We have enough. If the farmers who love farming continue to farm and the people that always wanted to farm and couldn't afford it go into farming, we're still going to have enough farmers. Food for the world. Ukraine by itself, with its pre-war production, fed almost a third of the world. We fed 20 to 30% of the world. It's there and it will happen. It's
FYI to the viewers, he is Ukrainian.
Well, it wasn't Ukraine at the time, but it's
But his family's from the Ukrainian region when it was under Russia rule. That area has a certain philosophy that wasn't so dedicated Russia.
Yeah, actually, Ukraine 3,000 years ago, I think it was, actually had a thriving civilization when Russia, according to English visitors, were a bunch of drunken louts. And that was the nice description. I have a map from roughly 1600s. And the back of it is 2 pages from a book. And it's in Old English, but it's readable if you know how to read the funny F's and S's that are both S's. And seriously, they were not impressed by Russians. They were caveman compared to, quote, civilized man. Ukraine was civilized. They were more civilized than the British, but that's another... Depends on your point.
Char's in the room. Hi, Char. Yes, this is Snow Wolf.
Hi.
You know,
and I don't have my teeth in because I didn't get a chance to find them because my house is in an uproar. I have a bathroom remodel out of necessity going on.
It's going on for about a week and a half.
It's going to go on for longer because my homeowners association will not send the paperwork to allow the first 2 phases to get paid for. That's what the holdup is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay,
my
I'm going to
problems
move
that
on
they get resolved.
to
Please.
Kim B. And right off the bat with Kim B, we are getting the action of wands. That's you taking charge, you taking action, moving forward in the energy of this week's reading. And as you're taking action, in the center of your reading, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You are going to plant the seeds and you will reap what you sow. So that could be a garden, that could be investments, that could be investments into your food stocks. However, you're invested into yourself, your house, your the energy, it's going to be very positive for you, and you are going to reap the benefits of whatever you put your energy into. So this is a great time for you to focus on how to better yourself in that energy. You get the Hermit card, but this Hermit card is not telling me that you're hiding out in a cave. You are being led by your guides. They have the light on your path, and they're showing you how to ascend up into heaven. So follow that Hermit guide. Listen to your guides because they are moving you into a positive ascending direction. I love this energy, Kim. And the underlying cards of the readings, I get that Four of Wands. You have established a really strong foundation. I'm reading to the wrong camera. You have establish a really strong foundation for yourself. Stay in that energy and trust that your foundation is strong and it's going to do nothing but grow. It's followed by the Six of Swords. That Six of Swords is moving you um, into calmer waters, into the environment that you want. You're moving into that light. So you're on your boat and you're just moving across the seas. You're moving from the turbulence into calmer waters. Trust that energy. It's a great way to travel. You feel some inner heartache. I think it's not personal heartache, personal loss, but it's the feeling of all the change that's going on. All of us are feeling that in many, many different ways. It's hard to watch our world get reconstructed, deconstructed, destroyed, and us have to find a new balance. But I think this is part of that 50-year reset that we are going through. We have to break down our governments to a certain level, the way we've been living and the things we've been doing, and rebuild better for a better society. I don't think that Donald Trump is going to take us and literally destroy us 100%. We are going to rise up above that and take control back. He's just waking us up to all the crap that's been around, the things that we don't want to put up with. And that is heartbreaking. That is going to be piercing to our hearts because we don't want to go through these hardships. But I feel like we are going to come out so much further on the top in unity with each other because I do get the Three of Wands. We are waiting for our ships to come in. And this is all of our allies. Yes, other countries, our allied countries, are extremely mad at our government, but they're not mad at the people that live within it. They know where it's coming from. They're not blaming the entirety of the country. They're blaming the leaders of the country. So realize that we do have allies still, and if push comes to shove, we will have the support we need from the NATO countries, from our allies. We will band together as a strong unity, despite our governments. Let the governments kill each other. I say lock them in a big room with sharp objects and let them go at each other and leave us out of it. What? I think that's off one of the old phones. Puppies had it. Looks like puppies had it.
Yeah.
They probably found it in the drawer or something. I don't know.
Puppies.
It is followed by the Three of Cups celebration. So know that you will be celebrating with those that you love with and your friends, your family, our communities. At the end of all of this, there will be a celebratory outcome. We will win. The Democrats will pull our parties together. Just don't let all the rhetoric and the BS that we're getting from the fake news and all the crazy executive orders. I mean, the man's been going to court day after day after day, and he's losing. So realize that energy is going on. We are all going to make it through this. And I think you've got a good life going on in this process. You're not going to do a lot of struggling. I think you have really good instincts. You're taking care of you and yours. You have those foundations set, and just trust that you're doing the right things for you. So blessings to you, Kim, and lead by example. Help other people around you that may be struggling and may be worrying, because I think you have the ability to help them see how to focus their energy so that they're in that same position you are, as feeling security, and being able to make those ends meet, and do what they need to feel comfortable in the situations that we're under. So, but I feel like your energy is going to continue to stay on a very stable basis right now. I want to say happy birthday to Brenda. Today is Brenda's 39th birthday.
I thought it was 29.
29, 39. I know she's a beautiful lady.
Happy birthday, Brenda.
Yeah.
I got some interesting cards here. And it's really only backing up part of what you said clearly. But you have two wands and a major arcana. You have the King of Wands. And I don't know if it can come in focus enough, but the king, emperor, whatever he is standing there speechifying to the crowd. The guy next to him has got his eyes wide open, which I'm interpreting as he's actually in shock at what the guy is saying and staring at the crowd, wondering if they're going to start a riot. If this is Trump, okay, that's understandable. Um, and I do want to say one thing. Basically, it's not just quote the patriarchy. Golda Meir, who was I think the second prime minister of Israel, totally unlike the current person. Um, she said something once because they were in wars at the time of her presidency, the equivalent. And she said, you know, hard as it may be, we can eventually forgive you for killing our sons. What we can't forgive you for is making our sons kill yours. Unlike some people who are leading countries right now who are like, yeah, let's go to war and kill a whole lot of people because we want to do a long. That's not the way we're going to have a world working. The second card is the Eight of Wands, which is basically showing Samson in a tower moment. We're going to get rid of the bad guys again. Life is going to make a long term turn for the good. And if you look for the joy, if you insist on finding the joy, I don't know why they're phrasing it that way. And it's very rare that I actually hear them that clearly. There's joy to be found. Look at the songs and the movies from the late 20s and the early 30s. Um, you can frequently have more fun without all the electronic gadgets and just with your neighbors, your friends. Um, Buy a deck of cards so if everything goes to hell, you can invite a couple of people over and play cards. Everything from Go Fish to Bridge, if you know the rules. The
A
end
lot
card
of
is
those
the
box
moon.
games.
Pardon?
A lot of those
Yeah,
little
box
box
games.
games and the puzzles.
Right. The major arcana card is the moon. Now, unlike a lot of cards, this one shows a chariot and they are merrily flying to the moon because they're on winged horses. Um, and I'm still trying to figure out why Gustav Dorr thought there'd be smoke and steam coming out the back of the chariot, considering when he lived. But that's something man has been striving for. And I truly believe, I haven't got a clear message on this, but I truly believe I have seen that once we get to a point where the ETs want to visit us because we're no longer barbarian clods, we're not only going to have the moon, we're going to have the universe. And in our individual lives, we're going to have not only all that we need, but all that we want. Love is out there. We just have to work towards it. And unfortunately, like all birthing pains, that's what we're going to go through. But the end result is so marvelous. It's like if you've ever been pregnant. I haven't been pregnant, but let alone carried a child at 9 months or 8.5 months. I have enough sisters and nieces and probably quite soon grandnieces who are not shy about it sucks. You gain weight, everything swells up, you don't feel good, you got hormones running, you want to eat things like sardines and pickles with candy or ice cream. Birthing pains, expect the unexpected, try to be light on your feet, but it's worth it. It's for the end result. That's all I got.
Okay. Next up is Brendan. I have to run for Brenda because Brenda always gets these beautiful energy cards because she, like me, is a Pisces and she has that beautiful energy. And of course, the first that comes up is our porpoises as the Ten of Cups with our killer whales. I love the cards. And that is happy family. That's the unity. This is not just her personal family. I think this is her collective family and all the people that she serves and brings beautiful energy to and beautiful readings and brings us all together. Um, I love this card. And of course, being a Pisces, we just love our fish. And so that beautiful Ten of Cups, that emotional energy, that spiritual connection that Brenda shares with her family and all of us in the community. And we do thank you, Brenda. The center of the reading is the Action of Wands. That is the Knight of Wands. She's always going full charge with her knowledge, with her strength, taking full charge, moving straight ahead, telling us what it is, using that knowledge and knowledge of spirit, the knowledge of the connection with her spiritual self and her ability to connect with our guides and deliver us those beautiful, beautiful messages that she does and helps keep the calm in the community and the great advice she gives us. She has the inspiration of cups. Cups, of course, being a water sign, cups are always in our readings. That cup is full. The inspiration of cups is the Queen of Cups. This is an emotional queen. This is a queen that has beautiful energy, and she has the ability to communicate, the great ability to nurture others, and to share that love and nurturing with those around her. Also, a healer. The underlying card of the reading is she is a very charitable person. Also, she does a lot of emphasis on charity work. You give and you receive charity. And she works with many of us in the group to help us get our channels going. She works with all the people within our network with that kind of charity work. And charity is a beautiful thing. We give, we receive. She dedicates a lot of time to the church. She dedicates a lot of time to the prayer groups, a lot of time to individual people that reach out to her for help. These are all forms of charity. And charity, like I say, always comes back tenfold. You reach out and help people, and then you get a chain reaction of those people reaching out and helping other people, and so on and so on. So I truly love charity work. She is on the fool's journey. This is not her being a fool. She is willing to take that leap of faith and step up into that new journey. What direction are we going to go now? She has that faith and spirit in God, in her guides, in what direction she needs to take. And she stays connected with that. But she is now stepping into that next journey. How are your elections going, Brenda? I'm wondering. You're gonna have to keep me updated on if Ford got booted. I don't think you're backing him, but I hear he is your Trump wannabe. But I'm interested in who the new PM is going to be. Um,
Excuse me.
and yes, they just finished their elections. I don't know when it closes. Germany's also in their elections now. We're all sitting on the edge of our seats to see where these elections go. UK is following that. Um, Brenda, you're looking for things from a higher perspective. You're riding in the balloons. You're up in the high skies. This is not just the Four of Pentacles, you know, strung up on there, suspended above. You are in that balloon looking down at the whole world, looking at the big picture of what's going on, assessing the energy, assessing the environment. And this allows you not only to be connected with your spirits, but to help so many people out there and see the big picture and help with the guidance to help people stay one calm and be able to get through these troubled times. You have been a beautiful soul working with me. I know that for sure. You have that Nine of Wands, that action energy. Even when I'm away, you take full charge. You can walk to me. You can run your way to that water and survive any obstacle that comes in your way. You're getting past that seagull. That seagull isn't getting you and all your little siblings and followers. You're making it to the water for that new beginning and new life. And you won't let obstacles get in your way. This allows you to celebrate. We always celebrate over coffee around here, don't we? Because we are coffee and tea drinkers. So we get our cup of coffee, get our cup of tea, and we share and celebrate with those that are around us. And yes, there is reason to celebrate. You are always working as the high priestess. You're connected with your upper self, your spiritual self, with your guides, and you are a wonderful leader and a wonderful reader, and you stay connected with that so that you can provide those special messages to all of us, um, and share that beautiful energy. Because not only are you the high priestess, but you are the queen of wands. That knowledge, that strength, that intuition, all those things wrapped up in one. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I love these cards for you. The guides are just blessing you and putting their arms around you. Happy birthday. And like I said, would love to get together with you and Sharon and Ann and Dean and do a birthday special on the 8th, which is this Saturday, um, with me on my channel, to celebrate all of our collective birthdays. Dean is a Cancer, he's a June baby, but the rest of us are all Pisces. And so
Excuse me.
would love to get
Some of
together.
us are Aries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Still
so
March.
is an Aries. Well, you're not a March Aries, are you? Are you in March? I thought
I'm
you
in
were.
March.
Oh,
I'm not in
oh,
April. I'm in March.
you're in March. Okay. We'll let you
Okay.
come on if you're a March baby.
I'm going to apologize, Brenda, because I don't normally do political readings. I get information occasionally through mediumship, but I'm getting fairly consistent stuff. It's the Four of Wands. Now, there's laborers carrying the grapes. The guy in the forefront is not carrying grapes. The guy next to him is carrying a bunch. So here we have workers, and we have somebody who is obviously not a worker with a nice staff, fancy staff, and the workers are laboring and they're bringing the grapes over the hill to the town in the next valley. Not a cooperative situation. It's somebody wanting to get richer for the sake of getting rich beyond, literally beyond the dreams of avarice. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never had to use the word avarice before. Next card is the Ace of Pentacles. And you'll see there's a little person. I'm not sure whether they're a child or a little person, but they're looking at a globe and people are pointing at different spots on the globe. He's not looking happy. the woman behind him is looking side-eyed at it, and it's okay. I don't want to upset you guys. Again, this is just a representation of troubles in the world. Okay, I'm getting that it's pointing to two of the three people that are most likely to cause a war. Um, pick your two: Putin and Netanyahu, or Trump. And there's no reason for it. What a lot of people forget is that most of the Israelis were rioting in the streets before this whole Megillah started. The people of this earth do not want war and strife. They want the poor to be fed, the poor to be clothed, the poor to be sheltered. And there's not enough money. And the joke is, we're no longer on the gold standard, so money is now an illusion. They're creating colorful papers that in the end don't mean a whole lot. Sorry to disappoint you if you're into money. I understand that worry. But again, the future is bright. The Two of Swords has what I presume to be Door's idea of angels, and they are chasing away the clouds that the ship was sailing into. If you look, there was a very dark sky in front of the ship. They're lighting it, and the sun is shining, and they are clearing the gray skies away. Good things are coming. Okay, a little over verbal, but hang on. Phenomenal changes are happening to the good. And I don't mean to not read for you, but basically, what I'm getting is everybody's getting the same cards because everybody in this room, as far as I can sense that my guides are looking at, we're all light workers. We need to keep focused on what we're all working for and figure out how to get through. But what's going to get us through is love. You all have support networks. And I cannot express clearly how important support networks are. During the COVID years, I lost my brother and my mother and all of my local network. And I crashed. Your network is more important than the money I got through having my salary cut in half when I went on sick leave. You will figure out a way to manage to get through it. They're promising you a future that is, well, I don't personally like gold, that's golden. Keep your friends close, and in this case, don't keep your enemies closer. Shut the door on them. In front of them, not behind them. I mean, your door. Don't let them in. Okay, I got yelled at for expressing that so badly. Keep your friends close.
That came from your guides, huh?
That's what I'm getting. They were telling us. How many readings do I have to do that are saying the same thing? There's a golden future.
Well,
Don't worry
welcome to
about it.
our reader's world, dear.
Yeah.
I told you things would just sort of fall in place. You'd start seeing the patterns come out.
Okay, if that's what I'm doing, I'm willing to accept that. I just really wish I got the clearer messages more often.
Honestly, you guys don't realize how hard it was to get him to come up and read and let me know that, you can do this.
Darn near impossible, basically.
I can still hear your nervousness. Next time you'll be just like snap, snap, snap.
Perhaps.
Was that the end of your reading?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
3-card reading. That's what it says.
the
Brenda,
next
happy
person,
birthday.
next
Have many
person up
more.
is Cheryl. And Cheryl, I pulled cards for you. And the first card coming in is that Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is this card that is a contemplation after a battle, and it's usually depicted in the rider. Right is a soldier laying on their coffin with the swords around him and contemplating where he's been and what he's accomplished and where he's going next. Although I like the way this card is depicted because you've got the angel feathers around you and you're doing that contemplation with your angels and your guides of of the battles you've been through and the strength and where you're going next. I always love a good contemplation card because we have to look back at what we've been through to ground ourselves and to realize that we have not failed. We have this strength and we are going to move forward. Now, the message following this card also is temperance. And yes, here is another angel feather at your feet telling you, yes, we are around you. Your angels are around you. We're guiding you. But you do need to be temperate. You need to be patient. You need to take care of yourself. Allow yourself for healing, recovery from your battle, which is part of this rest and reflection, and move forward when you're ready, because you're moving into a new cycle. You get the Fool's card. You're on that new Fool's journey. You're going to take that leap of faith into the next realm of what you need to do. Have faith that this journey is going to take you in great places, because this battle you've overcome and that you're working through temperately is going to move you into that new world, that new phase, that new connection with your spirituality. As you move into that new world, this is the way you're going to see it. You're going to see it from a highest perspective. You're not looking at the little things close around you. You're looking at from the big picture, the higher perspective. You're taking a look at the world around you and you're being able to assess what's going on, what direction you need to take, and how it's impacting all of the people around you, not just you personally. So you'll take a look from a higher perspective and be able to culminate how this impacts the world and where you belong in this big, vast world to help in the unity and the movement forward. The one thing you need to remember is don't live in that fantasy land. You need to live in the now. So experience life in the present moment. Don't live in your past and don't foretell your future or make up scenarios that you might be able to replicate. Live in the now, removing that energy of the now. What can you do now to make that changes? What can you do now to contribute? That is the most important. You are taking that Action of Swords card. This is you taking charge. Action of Swords is that Knight of Swords. You're ready to fight the good battle in your truth, in your strength. This is that battle card. It's an action card. And you are ready to go forward with in full charge to stand up for what you believe in, what you want to accomplish, and you will do that. You're going to stay in that fight energy, in that moving forward energy. You know what you want your world to look like, and you're willing to join hands with others in unity and fight for the things that you believe in. You're not going to fold under some kind of a dictator. That's just not going to happen. You are going to stand in that energy. You also get that Ace of Wands. That Ace of Wands is telling me about you. Yeah, another action card is you're educated, you're knowledgeable, you're connected with spirit. This is you're connected with your higher power. You've used the time to educate yourself. You have that strength, you have that nurturing, and you know how to share that energy with others. And you know how to take action forward. These wands and these swords together are dynamic cards for you in how you're conducting life and how you're living in this energy. So I love these cards for you. Trust in the movement that you're going. You've got yourself set and you're moving on a beautiful new journey through this energy. Trust in the process. Trust that we are coming out on the upside of this. And you're looking at the big picture of this. You're not looking at, oh, everything's going to fall apart tomorrow. You're looking at yeah, we're going to have some struggles here, but we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You have that ability to plan and move forward in a positive way and bring others with you in this fight because you've got these action cards, the knowledge, the strength, the power, the charge to do it. So blessings to you, Cheryl. And what are you getting? Oh, thank you, Cheryl.
Sorry,
you
my mic
muted?
got
Oh,
muted. Okay. I asked the guides to give me some more encouraging cards, and they are. The Knight of Swords. While some might look at the whole card and think that it's battle victory that the guy on the horse is celebrating, it's just victory. It's our victory long term. And we get wise people teaching the next generations and being looked at with rapt attention.
I just
And
heard
it's
teaching the next
teamwork.
generation the history in which the current generation wants us to lose.
Yes, and we're
We know
also
the
teaching
stories
them
will
how the
carry
world
them.
can work. Notice it's two adult women and several women children because women raise the children in one way or another,
That
whether they're
feminine
working
energy that's
wives, the nurturing energy. Nurture yourself, nurture your family, nurture the world. And the end result, Cheryl, that I got for you, and I think the community as a whole, I think you can all understand what this image in the lovers portrays, and I don't need to speak on it. I think I mentioned earlier that it may not be an Eden as we were culturally taught to believe in Eden, but Gustav Dora was from a time where that was the symbolism and he used it. An angel and two human beings sitting close together. That's all I got.
okay. Next up, Marby. And Marby, I'm entering this reading with the inspiration of cups, which is that Queen of Cups. This is that nurturing queen. The queen is connected with her spiritual self. She's very nurturing. She's very caring. She's there for her family and all the people around her. And you have that connection with your spiritual self, that guidance that we get in being a nurturing one. I love the card in the center of the reading because it's the deck card. It is the oneness card, and as you can see, the card deck imaging. This is oneness. This is your spiritual connection with God Himself, with the highest power, and you have connected with this energy. You're working in that higher realm energy. You have a connection with spirituality, the ability to move forward in that higher energy. And it is guiding you through your life at this point in time. You've moved from, with the Six of Wands, you've moved from some troubled waters in your recent history into calmer waters, and you're moving back into the light, and you're bringing yourself and those you love in that energy. And what you're finding at this journey is abundance. This is bringing you to abundance with the Nine of Cups. Yes, you've got the golden egg. You probably paid $7.99 for a dozen of them, but you got the golden egg in your batch. I had to make an egg joke. I mean, because we're all making egg jokes. But the nine of cups is that abundance card, that nurturing, the new beginning. Eggs, of course, being a symbol of life and a symbol of new life and new beginnings. But it's also abundance in the world, abundance of family, abundance of um, what you need to achieve in life. It's not the greed side of things. It's not maybe even money. It's just that when things need to be there for you, your family, to support you, it comes in an abundance, not an overabundance, not an overflow, but all your needs get met when you have abundance. The underlying cards of the reading are telling me you are in a really positive moving energy. You are being represented by the embodiment of Pentacles. That's that King of Pentacles. That is your financial ability to control your money, control your power, to take care of your home. And you have the resources, I think, tucked behind to fall on to help keep you and your family and your loved ones and people around you secured. And you will do that. The sun is shining on you, best card in the deck. So this is very, very positive. You've got that sun shining on you. You are on your life's path because I got the Wheel of Fortune in that tree of life right in the center of your maze. And you are following your life path. You're going in the right direction. You're a leader and you have that. It's followed by the strength. You have that strength to help those around you, those in your family, and people that you care for in your circle, to help them realize that they have the strength to you share this with all the people around you that you can influence, and you have a lot of strength to do that. Here you are walking up the stairway of heaven. We got all these major arcana, these major energy cards coming from you. You're on that stairway of heaven. You're connected with your higher self, and you walk up that stairway in that power, in that light, to your higher self. You tap into that knowledge, that energy, and you share that with others to give them hope and to help them move forward in that energy too. So you're very connected with your spirituality and your spiritual self. Continue to follow that guidance and teach that guidance to others because that's what you are. You're working as the lovers in the feminine energy. This is not, you're going to find a lover. This is that love energy that you put out on the feminine of your strength and how you're moving in the energy of this world is your contribution. This is the rise of the feminine, and you are a representative of that partnership as a lover. Is the rise of feminineship, the feminine energy of the strength, the nurturing, and the ability to love and use your strength and powers and focus on sharing love and using love as a way to ascend into the higher powers. Everything you do not in a rush, but you do it in temperance. You have the angels behind you, protecting you, guiding you, and it's allowing you to function on a pace-to-pace basis in temperance. And I love the temperance card. It is my card. But you have that temperance ability that just surrounds you. So as you work through all that energy, you do it in temperance, you do it in a calm, and you keep people around you calm as you're sharing all this love and this knowledge and this intuition. So blessings to you, Marby. I think you are on the right path. These are phenomenal cards, and loving the energy. Dean, are you still in the room or did you have to take off? Has anybody heard Dean chatting lately? I think Dean did leave the room. He was meeting a friend of his. I'm sorry we hadn't seen Trenzone come in. I know he was in Brenda's room earlier. So, well, probably ended up laying down taking a nap. Okay, Dean, I'm going to skip you. I'll talk to you later since I don't see you moving in the room. Last person on our list is beautiful Helena Cousin. And how are things going, dear? Are you still in France or have you moved over to back to England yet? No, my guy just told me you're still in France. France. I know it's late there. She may have stepped out of the room too because she is about 12 hours difference. But you're here. You're still in France. I think you have the most fascinating life. All the changes you've gone through, Helen, and all the journeys you have. Um, I I think it would be. I know it's a lot of struggle. You've gone through a lot, but you've learned so much in that journey. Um, and things will be working out beautifully for you. Your mother's here. I love your mother's energy. She says she loves you. She is behind you and behind every decision you make. You're doing fine. Have faith in yourself. And yes, I'm hearing her in French and English. It's the strangest translation. She says, trust in the decisions you've made. You know how to take care of yourself. So, well, Helen, the first card out for you is the awakening card. I absolutely love that. You are in that awakening moment. You are connected with spirit. I know you work in this energy. I know you do a lot of holistic work and with herbs and that stuff. But it's a beautiful energy. You are having a little bit of stress in life. You have the Five of Wands, but this is you taking action towards those stresses that you have coming towards you. Um, it's got the fox as that energy. You're coming through problems that you have to face. So it is not going to keep roadblocks into you. What are you into? I was getting toys. Are you having a ball? He's been playing with a cat and it burnt, so now he's like really playful. Anyways, you have that cunningness. You know how to put yourself out of conflict. And so you don't let conflict let you down. You always work through that. You always find solutions. You always have another plan in the books. You have justice on your side. You're moving into that justice energy. I don't think this is a legal issue so much. It's just finding that balance of justice. Um, and you are finding that balance coming towards you in work and in the opportunities that have been presented. Things are going to work out. You will have more change coming towards you, but those will be change for the good. The underlying cards of the deck is that Eight of Swords. It's obstacles that you ran into from time to time. Are you working for somebody that you have a little bit of conflict with? You will work through this energy. Realize that this knot around your wrist is a loose knot. You just need to untie it and take charge of that energy, not let it cause you a major obstacle. Because you are the magician. You know how to make and create your own destiny. You can manifest the energy that will move you forward in the next step that you're going to take to deal with this. Any negative ties you have with this person, you will sever those strings. So you may be leaving whoever it is you're working for that may be causing you conflict. You will sever that tie and move on to better things. I think this feels like it's something may happen quickly. It's something that you're concerned about, but you're going to take charge of it. You're not going to let somebody bring you down. Where this is taking you is to the Ten of Cups, the happy family. That's that energy where you're back in control. Your finances are where it wants to be. You're going with the flow of that energy and you're finding that rainbow, the family and the people that you can work with and trust. And you may feel like it's a terror moment, but your foundation is strong. That terror moment is the person you're leaving behind. It's not your tower, it's theirs. Because you have abundance coming towards you. Yes, you've got that golden egg, and you're not going to be working with an energy that's not going to make sure that your needs are being met. You will run across people from time to time, as you well know, that have that suppressive energy, that devil energy. I think that's somebody you're working with right now. You won't allow them to suppress you. You don't like that energy. You don't live in that energy. You don't play that game. And you're not going to allow anybody to bring you down that path. You are the strength. You're the strength card. You run your own destiny. You have, I've talked to you, I've read with you. You have a game plan of what you want to achieve in life. From time to time, go back and your mother's saying this. Read your journals, read your plans. You know what direction you want to go. You have something you want to achieve and what you want to do. Keep focused on your dreams. Yes, dreams can change and they can evolve, but look at what you've journaled, what you've planned, and keep on track with your plans. You will meet your own destiny that way. Walk away from things that aren't serving you with that 10 of wands. You will do that as part of your moving. You're learning and growing from every new experience you have. And it's a great way to ascend. We learn best, ascend the best when we have challenges that challenge us and we find ways to work through them and grow. Your cup will be running over with this Ace of Cups. You've got this beaver, his cup's running over. It's going to bring abundance to you. And I'm going to, this is the final card. You get the world, total transition. You've got that butterfly. You are spreading your wings. You're ascending in that energy and just trust in this process. It has been a long ride. And as we can see with the number of cards I threw, it's going to be a continually long ride. But you are going in the right direction. Follow your destinies, trust in the directions you go. You make good decisions, you learn lessons along the way, some good, some bad, but you are learning and you are grabbing some of the best life experiences along this journey. I love you, Helene. Blessings to you and love from your mother. So, and I love your mother's energy. Absolutely love your mother's energy. And Garen, or Wolf, what are you getting? Knew I was going to slip. And are you muted? Whoa, did you fall asleep? We are.
Thank you. Okay. This is another general reading, but they really did hear me when I said, can we have a little bit more light? I got a message that's not necessarily clearly articulated in these cards. However, I will speak on it in a minute. This card, the Pentacles, and on my phone instead. This is what looks like a bishop rather than just a regular priest. And we have people bringing food and stuff, but we also have what seems to be the halt and the lame, and other invalids as well as able bodied people. Spirituality. Then we have the Three of Wands, which is an angel perched on what looks like a high cliff mountain, overlooking the earth. They're watching out for us. They are helping as they can. And then we have the Ace of Cups. There are angels sitting on this cup. There's a circle of heavenly light above them. So the message that I got before pulling the cards was love, and spirituality. Love for yourself, because you need to have love for yourself before you can love anybody else. Love for your fellow man. And in the trying times we may be getting ready to go through, love God, love the angels, ask them for help. they're able to do a lot more for you if you ask. I've found that it's a little more effective for me personally to talk to them out loud. Um, if you're a follower of the Christian Bible, the equivalent of going to a closet and pray by yourself because you're talking to the angels and God and your guides. Ask them for help when you need it, but love them. When you get to the point, if you're not already there, where you can sense your guides and angels and their messages, you will feel love that is unlike probably any earthly love you've felt or are likely to feel. It's sometimes overwhelming. Have faith is what they want you to do. Your faith will get you through an awful lot you don't think you can live through. And if you were still alive, I'd tell you to go ask Job what that's like. But it works. Have faith, you will get through things. Whatever burdens you have, they are there waiting to help you. And Mary, what she said about your reading, I got nothing to add to that.
Yeah, Helen is an extraordinary person.
Yes. Sorry, Helene.
A lot of traveling and changes in her life, and a lot of changes in direction. I wish
Yeah.
I could live a life like that, or
Just practice your tap dancing.
maybe it's time to put that dancing dress on and go dancing again, Helen. She loves to dance.
Oh, there you go.
And I think it's been a while since you've gotten out and let your hair down, so that always makes us feel good.
80s.
Okay, I have one last reading for Mary Floyd. I do believe I skipped her earlier, and I did throw for Mary Floyd. I see that at this point in time, you have been doing some shadow work. These are things that you brought from your past, either a past life or your recent past growing up, that you have been working through, um, and working through that energy to better yourself. But you have done that work. You have dealt with the secrets of your past, the secrets of your past life. You move forward, and you're moving into higher energy. You're doing this within partnerships with another person, because I get the Two of Cups, and is bringing you that very positive energy and growth and union with others and trust with others as you work through that shadow energy. It's bringing balance to your life. I get the Justice card. This is not legal justice so much as is that balance of you're feeling justice in what you've been through and what you've overcome. And you've got that balance. It's bringing that beautiful balance. And I got, along with that balance card, is the life force energy. That balance is bringing you the balance of nature, the balance of spirituality and Mother Earth together. So it's bringing you into conjunction, in alignment with your spiritual self, both grounded here on the earth and connected with spirit. And it's a beautiful energy to have, and I love that life force card. Underlying cards of the reading is, as you work throughout this energy, you get that victory, that Six of Wands. And I love this card, the way it's depicted, because it's putting you in the spotlight, in the camera view, rather than charging through with a wreath of victory. It's putting you in the spotlight that you have made an achievement. You're being honored for your achievement. You're being acknowledged by others for everything that you've gone through. So this is a beautiful achievement. I love it the way it's followed by the Five of Wands, or the Five of Swords. That Five of Swords is not an infighting card in this reading. It is the trophy that you have achieved getting there. sitting out in the desert, but you got the gold cup. You won this battle. You've worked through that negative energy, those things that infighting, the negative, the depression, the things that were holding you back. You have worked through that energy, and you've won. You've won the trophy to get through that energy. I love the way that card reads for you. Right behind that, I get that Five of Wolves, or that Five of Wands. Those wands are action cards. That is some infighting, but the wolves are cunning, and this is an infighting. This is a fighting through the depression. It's the action you took to win. You use that strength and cunningness to get through what you needed to get through to achieve your goal. And now you celebrate with the Three of Cups. It's a beautiful emotional celebration. You're going to enjoy that coffee, bottle of wine, champagne, however you choose to celebrate. But you're going to do it amongst friends and people that care for you. You have a great support system, and you're utilizing it. You're staying connected with others. This is bringing you abundance with this, the Nine of Cups, more emotional cards, more stability cards, and that's abundance. Things are coming your way. It's going to work out. When you have needs, they will be met. You got the goose with the golden egg in your abundance. So as you move forward, your needs will be met. You're not going to be hurting for everything. As you ask for it and as you need it, it will just come in as you need it. It's that beginning of new life, the egg, the beginning of life, that movie. And you know what? You got the final card of the reading, the outcome card is the sun. The sun is shining on you. So you've done the hard work. You've got through the battles. You've got through the depression, the struggles, everything. And you're coming out shining on the other end. So blessings to you, Mary Floyd, and I hope that resonates. I want to thank everybody who's joined us today.
Excuse me. I need a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
I had a card fall out and got told to do a one card reading.
Okay.
I also got the Three of Cups. In my deck, we've got three people pointing forward. One person's pointing lower towards the valley. One person is pointing more up towards the world. And the other person is even expanding that further forward with very wide arms. You got this. Absolutely, you got this. And so do the rest of us. Just keep on moving forward. Don't let fear get you. Don't let worries get you. There's an old story that I read that was probably written in the 1940s, and I'm quite sure the author had experience with the Great Depression. And the woman had two eggs and was trying to feed a family of four. And you take some bacon grease because it tastes good and it has some taste. Because she had bacon grease. Nobody threw out bacon grease in those days. And you mix the eggs together and you add some water and you throw in some flour, and suddenly 2 eggs has become breakfast for 4 people that tastes good. You'll make do. Just be inventive and move forward. Specifically for the person you read on, I believe was Mary, and for the community. That's all I got.
I love it. I do want to thank everybody for coming in. I'm so sorry I've been off for the last 3 weeks, but I hope you understand. I've had a lot of difficult health problems lately, and more to come. I do appreciate the love and prayers. Keep sending them to me. Hopefully I'll be in surgery in the next week or two. I don't know how long it's going to take. They're starting with test by test, and I was going to try to get back down to UCLA to get a second opinion to see if maybe that's the direction I want to go with my surgeon. So I'll get in to get my eye taken care of in the meantime. Anybody that wants to help me financially this time, I would be so grateful if you want to donate to the channel or donate towards my GoFundMe account, which is, I believe, under Kathy's GoFundMe or Kathy's medical expense. I think is what it's under. Go back to one of my older videos. There's a link on it for it. I'll try to remember to put it in bring it over into the pull down menu, or through my PayPal account to help me pay any doctor bills that come forward, because I will be having sort of a conglomerate of doctor bills. If you can afford the help, I would very, very well appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for their love, support, prayers that they send me, those that reach out and contact me on a regular basis. Oh, thank you, Helene. And Matt, Tony, I forgot to read to you today. I don't know if you're still in the room, but I'm going to give you a call later, so I'll just do a private reading for you while I'm on the phone. You have been on my mind for about a week now, and I need to talk to you. So I don't know why you keep on popping up in my head on a constant, but we need to talk about something, because my guys keep on bringing you into my forefront. So I love you all. I'm going to try to be on next week. I will be taking my laptop in to the hospital with me. I sort of hate, I think sort of cheesy to go online when I'm in the hospital, but if I'm stuck there a week, hey, I'm going to come on. I'll throw a deck of cards in my bag for good measure, or at least come on and just chit chat and throw the breeze around. Hopefully I won't be in the hospital on my birthday. Yeah, that's my luck. But
hey, Christmas, your birthday, what the heck? No difference.
Yeah, that's my luck. I'm usually always really sick on my birthday too. So, hospital on my birthday would not be an unusual feat. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for support. Brenda, a special thank you. She is my Reiki master, and she does Reiki for me on a regular basis. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear. I so appreciate it, and it's so well received. I will see everybody next week. I will try to get on. And like I said before, if I don't come on, it is because I am really feeling sick. So I'm not ignoring you to be rude. It's just that my guides say I have to take care of myself first, and then I can help you second. Hard for me to do, but and every show I miss, I feel so guilty. And it's terrible, and everybody tells me, don't feel guilty, you got to take care of you. But no, part of my job is to help take care of you. So anyways, I love you all. I will try to get back on Saturday and Sunday, and do some more readings. We'll do short readings because my energy levels are still really low. And I will try to make sure to post in my what used to be the community page and post to keep you informed if I'm going to be scheduled for surgery and when that's happening, just so that you know, hey, I'm not going to come on those days because I'm in the hospital. Also let you know if I'm at St. Agnes in Fresno or if I've gone down to UCLA, because I do not know which hospital I'll be going to, but it'll be one or the other. Thank you, Snow Wolf, for joining me. I had
pleasure.
fun.
Thank you, audience, for watching with me. You know what I mean.
Any bad comments for you? You're nervous. You did calm down your nervousness, and I want to know what deck you're reading from, because that is
it's stage fright, Kathy. Seen. I always have it.
I know. We've talked about it for months, about trying to get you on, and you're like, ah. So.
Kathy, you don't know what happened the second night I went on stage in the one play I was on live in front of a real audience. Okay, it's like it was much worse than just stage fright. Anyway.
Yes, he's an actor. He's a cook. He is a literary genius.
Yeah,
we have
until I get
some of the most
with my
rare and unusual conversations. It's funny.
But anyway, thank you, audience, for letting me read.
Thank you for finally coming on. And he wanted to be just a little picture. You look great.
Right after 4 days of dealing
with
with
your
the
face
worst part of
how relaxed you look compared to what you did when you first came on. You went, oh, I look terrible.
I do.
Your face is relaxed now. I knew you would calm down.
Yes, but
I
I'm
know
still
you will.
suffering from that cold. So yeah, not
Yeah, and a
feeling
little
at my
bit of
best.
anxiety.
Could have gone on like that, but
It gets easier, and I love the hat. Okay. Well, we're gonna say goodbye. I will see you next week. I'll keep you
I
guys
know.
informed of what's going on in my life. And thank you for coming in. And I love you all. In the show. In the show.